How awesome would it be if you could burn more fat while you're sleeping? I mean, you burn fat with your eyes closed without doing anything. You'd save a lot of time from going to spin classes and starving yourself. In this video, I'm going to tell you how to burn fat while you're sleeping. As a spoiler, I have to say that most of your body's fat burning processes occur during sleep. But there are a few ways of magnifying that process and making it work more efficiently.
The bigger you are, the faster you burn.
Poor sleep is linked to obesity and weight gain. Short sleep increases the likelihood of obesity in children by 89% and by 55% in adults. Sleep is quite critical for fat loss. Without enough sleep, you're just making the process much more difficult for yourself. Metabolic processes like fatty acid oxidation, cholesterol biosynthesis, growth hormone, melatonin, autophagy, and fat loss are all rhythmical. They have a circadian rhythm. The regulation of these functions is allocated to periods of minimal metabolic activity to optimize the supply of oxidation and nutrients. Your metabolic rate is the lowest when you're sleeping, and that's why your body consolidates all of these processes together for that period of minimal metabolic activity where you are restful. So the first thing you have to do to burn more fat while you're sleeping is to time your sleep more properly with the circadian rhythms. Approximately 70% of the daily pulses of growth hormone occur during slow wave sleep or deep sleep. Growth hormone facilitates physical repair, regeneration, and promotes fat burning. Growth hormone also gets stimulated by melatonin. Melatonin is called the sleep hormone or hormone of darkness that gets released in the absence of blue and green light. Therefore, the optimization of growth hormone and fat loss is very much dependent upon the quality of your sleep and also the release of melatonin. If you're not sleeping well, your circadian rhythms are out of whack, you don't get enough deep sleep, and you're not producing any melatonin, then you're gonna have less growth hormone, and that's going to lead to suboptimal results in terms of fat loss. Based on the circadian rhythms, growth hormone and melatonin should start rising after 10 p.m. and peak around 2 a.m. That's where you're getting the most deep sleep, and that's where most of the fat burning takes place as well. The second thing to do is to sleep at the right temperature. Circadian rhythms and hormones respond to temperatures. Your body's core temperature actually drops the lowest at night as to prime you to fall asleep and trigger repair. Sleeping in a too hot bedroom decreases REM and deep sleep especially. People with difficulty staying asleep often have elevated core temperature at night. That's why it's important to allow your body to cool down before going to sleep. High temperatures can decrease total sleep duration, cause more shallow sleep, difficulties falling asleep, and lower total sleep satisfaction. According to the National Sleep Foundation, the best temperature for sleep is approximately 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit or 15 to 19 degrees Celsius. That's just the sweet spot between being mildly chilly and too hot. Thirdly, activate brown fat while you're sleeping. Another benefit of sleeping in a cool room is that it activates brown fat, which generates heat by burning calories. Studies in mice show that those with more brown fat are leaner and metabolically healthier. On the flip side, lack of brown fat is associated with insulin resistance and diabetes. Melatonin, the sleep hormone, contributes to the formation of brown fat and beige fat that both burn more calories than white fat. Therefore, proper circadian alignment for melatonin will help to lose more weight. Brown and beige fat are responsive to temperatures and especially the cold. Exposure to cooler environments increases brown fat formation and creates corresponding changes in the metabolism. That's a good reason to incorporate regular cold exposure or at least cold showers into your routine. Fourthly, you want to block out blue light in the evening. Blue light in the evening will disrupt the circadian rhythms and inhibits the production of melatonin. That decreases total sleep quality as well as promotes weight gain through other mechanisms such as increased cortisol. Sleeping with artificial lights on is associated with weight gain and obesity, partly because of suppressed melatonin and thus decreased growth hormone, but also because of having less willpower the day afterwards. Not only will you have lower metabolic rate, but you will also be hungrier and less satisfied from eating, which then enforces the habit of just overeating. You should use computer screens and wear blue blocking glasses. The brand I'm using is BlueBlocks, and you can get a 15% discount by using the code SEAM. Remember when I said that wouldn't it be amazing to just burn more fat without doing anything? Just close your eyes and vegetate as if you were sleeping. Well, that's exactly how muscle works. The more lean body mass you have, the more calories your body has to burn to maintain that weight. Muscle increases your basal metabolic rate without necessarily needing to burn calories for it. Muscle mass is incredibly useful for sustainable weight loss, weight maintenance, overall metabolic health, and longevity. With more muscle, you'll be healthier, and it's easier for you to stay lean. Resistance training promotes muscle growth, which is better for fat loss results and body composition. You just have to make sure that you eat right, train hard enough, and get sufficient amounts of sleep, because the process of building muscle as well as burning fat primarily happen during sleep. The last thing that can help you to burn more fat while you're sleeping is fasting. It's been shown that fasting increases the frequency of growth hormone pulses several times. Most of growth hormone gets released during sleep, as we found out. Consuming calories and raising insulin will inhibit growth hormone and may keep your digestion awake during the night. That's why finishing your last meal a bit sooner rather than later would be better for fat burning. Generally, you should stop eating at least 4 hours before bed. At the end of the day, calories do matter, and you're not gonna lose any weight if you overeat, even if you have magnificent sleep. It's just that poor sleep is gonna make it much more harder for you, and it's gonna slow down your progress. So that's why I use these tips that I share with you to optimize your fat burning process and burn more fat while you're sleeping. If you want to know how to sleep better, get more deep sleep, establish the optimal circadian rhythm, and optimize your sleep-wakefulness cycles, then check out my total sleep optimization video course. But other than that, thanks for watching this video. Make sure you click the like, subscribe, notification bell as well. My name is Seem. Stay optimized, stay empowered.
The bigger you are, the faster you burn.